Guys, today we'll be learning how to cut trouser. So I'll teach you how to cut all of these parts. Okay, this is the measurement for the trouser. As you can see here, the full length is 39, the lap is 24 and a half, and the knee is 17, the bottom is 13, and the waist we have here 33. So this is the measurement we are going to be using to cut the trouser. Please stay put to the video and learn more about how to cut palm trouser. Okay, now as you can see here, as I told you earlier, I said that the full length is 39. So this is what we'll be using. 1.5. This is where it has gotten to. So this is it. The full length is 39, then I added 1.5 inch for the allowance. So although it depends on how you want the allowance to be. If you want it to be 1.5 after the sewing, so you can add your 1 inch to it. If you want it to be 2.5, so you can add your 1.5 inch to it, and the band is going to add extra allowance to it. So addition to this allowance, then you know what to get at the end after you are done sewing the band. But now, for now, we're going to add 1.5 to it. We don't want anything to or any mistake to occur when we are done sewing this. So you need to add enough allowance to it. Okay, now we're going to start from the waist. So know the waist, as we said the waist is 33, in the lap is 24.5. Now for palm trouser, when you are cutting palm trouser, do not cut here straight, but you try to make it, shaping it a little, so to bring out the V shape of the palm trouser. Now I'm going to leave 1 inch here. Just 1 inch. Then the waist. Okay. Now this is the waist, the limit of the waist. Set 33. Okay, 33, which is 8.5. Then you add half inch to it at the front. You can see 8.5. Then addition of half inch. Then this is the flap. Depending on who you are sewing for, you need to look at how the person is before you know how to sew the flap. If the person has maybe has a big body and the lap is very big, so you know the extent you're going to take this to. But if the person is slim, and you have seen the person's stature, and you know how the person is, so you know how to put your flap. So do not say the person is tall, so you use that as a yardstick to extend the flap. No, it doesn't work that way. But you need to look how the person is, then you use it to cut, and depend on the lap measurement to go with the flap. Now the lap is 24.5, and I use 9.25 because the person is not too fat but slim. Let me just say the person is slim, and I need to know how the flap is going to extend to, which is this 9.25. So you have to get this straight line first for you to be able to curve this place. Although some persons do without the straight line, they can still curve them, but for a beginner or for you don't want to learn, so you need to get this straight line first. It must be here to this extent, must be here to this extent, then you get the straight line, then there you will curve a little down here. Then after that, your knee, so you need to measure here down. Half of your measurement of your full length is your knee, which is 19.5, and after then you take your knee measurement, which is 17. As you can see, 17. Okay, then you move down to this place. Your 13 is your bottom. So the reason why this place you shaping this place, this is pants trouser or palm trouser, which we know them it for. Then you need to cut this place to make this, depend on the person. If you are cutting to cut a professional cutting, you need to look at how the person is. Some persons have big leg here over here, so you know how to cut this place. Some persons have slim leg down here, so you know how to cut it as well. But now I'm teaching you how to cut palm trouser, and this person does not have fat leg, neither does he have lap that is too big. You need to know this when you are cutting to make it to cut a professional cutting. So this is how to cut. You need to shape it down here to make this knee. In this place also, you don't have to make it straight because it will be too big here. Like I said earlier, depending on the person you are sewing for. So I have to shape it a little, give me the shape that I want. So this is it. This is it. When you are cutting, you need to be careful. Use the measurement properly. This is it. This is it. Okay, this is the front. We are done cutting the front, so we'll go over to the back. Okay, this is the front. This is what we have cut together. As you can see, look at the flap. This is the flap. This is for beginners. So you have to cut the flap separately. Then you weave. Then you turn with the material when you are sewing them to bring out a good quality. So this is it. Okay, now this is the back. When cutting the back, this place 2.5, then all here 2 inch down here. Then this extreme end should be 2 inch. In this place 1.5. In this place you take it down to the edge here. Then here you take it down from the knee here, measure 2 inch, and from this place take it to this 2 inch and 2 inch down here. Then you will get to the down this bottom. This is where you end it here. Then you cut addition to this 2 inch. Then this place don't need to add anything to it again. This is the allowance. This is what we use to sew oil later, so to get the normal measurement. So this is it. Okay, now we have come to the conclusion of what we did today. This is how to cut palm trouser. Although we have different way of cutting palm trouser, we have the one that normally cut the flap will attach to this, but this is a simpler form that a beginners need to learn. So you need to cut off this flap, while the other type they do cut the flap and the trouser together. But as a beginner, you need to learn how to cut this first and learn how to sew in this pattern before you know how to cut and sew that part. But for now, this is a simpler way we can teach you how to cut palm trouser. Please make sure you do this, practicalize it, try to look for material and follow the procedure by which we have showed you. By then you are improving yourself on how to cut a palm trouser. Thank you very much.